Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our concert this evening. My name's Andy, and I'll be comparing for you tonight, and this is a concert in memory of Shelley Frost, daughter of Roy and Lynn, who sadly died earlier this year. Shelley was a great fan of brass bands, and we've put together this concert to play some of her favourite pieces, plus some of ours. For those of you who are regular brass band devotees, is there anyone who's never been to a brass band concert before? So you've all seen brass bands. This is a very large one. This is because Roy and Shelley were so well known to bands in the area, because we all kind of help each other out and play for other bands when we're short-handed. They're known to so many people, so many of us wanted to play for the concert tonight. For example, we have 2 flugelhorns, we have 2 soprano cornets, we have 6 tubas, and normally we'd have an awful lot less in the band. Now, the piece you just heard was by the British composer Shipley Douglas, and it's called Mephistopheles. He was very famous in his time for his arrangement of Wagner's Die Meistersinger, but now practically nobody's heard of him other than for this piece you just heard, which is a contest march. Now, a contest march is exactly that. There are various march contests that go on throughout the year where bands assemble and process or march, often in the pouring rain, past an adjudicator playing a march on which they are then judged. The most famous of these contests is the Whit Friday marches, which take place around the Saddleworth area. Interesting fact about this piece, despite its age, it was not a popular contest march, being used less than 5 times a year between 1955 and 2010. However, it seems to have gained momentum over the last few years, and last year at the Whit Friday marches it was played by no less than 36 bands. Changing tack completely, the opening themes from the various James Bond films, many of which were composed by John Barry, have been sung by stars such as Shirley Bassey and Matt Monro over the years. It's kind of inevitable that somebody would do a brass band arrangement of the James Bond themes, and the one we're going to play for you now was put together by Godfrey, better known as Goff Richards. Hailing from Cornwall, Goff was a prolific composer for brass band up till his death in 2011, and we'll hear quite a lot of his arrangements this evening. Starting with this James Bond collection, which we include in the programme tonight, as it was a piece Roy remembers playing at Shelley's school fete when the band performed there. Thank you, that was the James Bond collection featuring some of the soloists from the band you'll hear some more from later. We're going to quieten things down a little now, because you're probably all shocked to the back of the hall, and introduce our first soloist of the evening. Colette Kerr, who is solo horn with Epping Forest Band, is now going to play for us. The solo she's going to play is Over the Rainbow. Often referred to as Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It's an award-winning, Academy Award-winning ballad with music by Harold Arnold and lyrics by Ian Harlow. As most of you will know, it was written for the 1939 movie The Wizard of Oz and was sung by actress Judy Garland in her starring role as the young Dorothy Gale. Over time, it became Garland's most enduring standard and has been covered by countless other artists. We've included this number because, as a child, Shelley would associate rain with rainbows, and so would, not only as a child, but would go off and look for one each and every time it rained. Interesting fact number 2, because I do like to educate an audience. Ip Harlow was honoured by the US Postal Service in 2005 with a commemorative 37-cent stamp bearing his image, along with some of the lines from this song. So I give you Colette and Over the Rainbow. The hymn Amazing Grace can trace its roots back to 1779, although the tune familiar to us today was not added to the lyrics, in print at any rate, until 1847. Since then, it's arguably become one of the most popular hymns in the repertoire. Many versions for brass band exist, ranging from the simple four-part harmony tune to more extended and colourfully orchestrated versions. And tonight we are going to play Roy's favourite one, by William Himes, a Salvationist composer, and he likes listening to it. Hopefully playing it. Roy's favourite, William Himes, a Salvationist composer and conductor of the Chicago Staff Band, and this was arranged in 1984.